So Cassie, Bowser, and I are on another trip. We are in southeast Idaho. We are at Alexander Reservoir. There's like a family reunion or something here. There's a lot of people in this group over here, but we are hanging out over here. This is gonna be a 2-day trip, and we're gonna play on the water here and fish a little bit maybe, and go see some interesting things in the town of Soda Springs. Everything that we'll be doing today is in and around the town of Soda Springs in southeast Idaho. Here are Bowser and Cassie, and here is the lake. Good boy. So I'm fishing with this little 3-foot rod for the first time. This is actually my first time ever spin fishing, and so I don't really have any idea what I'm doing, but this was $15 on Amazon. It's similar to a dock demon. It's called the dock runner. Basically it's just a short rod for fishing from docks and things like that. I've had no luck. I think I've had one little bite, but yeah, let's keep fishing, see if I can get something. Got one. I got one.
Wow.
I think it's a little bass. A little smallmouth, I think. That's actually my first bass ever. So I'm pretty happy about that. My first catch ever on a spinning rod. I fly fish. I do a kind of fishing called tenkara, which is like minimalist fly fishing. So I've caught a ton of fish, but I've never used a spinning rod before, and I've never caught bass before. So that was pretty exciting, even though it was a dinky little fish. This is Cassie's first ever fish. Oh, it's a little perch, I think. Here, do you want me to get it?
Okay. It's my first fish. I can't hold it anyway.
As soon as I stopped the camera from recording a video so I could take a photo, the fish wiggled out of Cassie's hands. So we didn't get a picture of it, and we didn't get a great video, but that was our first fish ever. I think it was a little yellow perch, and it's pretty exciting. There's a little snake skin on the ground here. Biggest fish of the day so far. It's like maybe an 11, 12 incher. Very nice. She got another one. I think it's a little bass. Here, let me. Here. Well, that was a lot of fun. We spent about 2.5 hours here, and we fished and just lounged, and now we're gonna pack up our chairs and leave and head on into town. All right, we are in town. We are in Soda Springs. As you might be able to guess by its name, Soda Springs is known for its naturally fizzy water. It's soda water. So you can just dip your cup in the water and drink it. We borrowed some flavoring from some other folks here.
Well, hopefully it's better than the cave.
But still tastes like pennies.
So I have all the respect in the world for the city of Soda Springs, but that water was absolutely disgusting. Cassie said it best when she said it tastes like pennies. Ugh. The added flavoring definitely helped, made it palatable, but man, it's just gross. Soda Springs has been known since the Native American days. Native Americans used to come here to partake, and then Soda Springs, the town, is actually on the Oregon Trail, and so pioneers would stop here, and then you know, in the late 1800s, early 1900s, people started bottling the water here to sell it for health reasons, for medicinal purposes, but ugh, it was not good. Pretty little park here though. This is Hooper Springs Park. Beautiful crystal clear water over here, leading over to this pavilion where the naturally carbonated water is. There's actually another park here in town that has carbonated water too, naturally carbonated water, and so we'll go try that water, see if it's any better. So we are now at Octagon Springs, and again, this is a place where pioneers and early settlers would come to relax. Oh, that's not good.
It's the same as the other one though.
Yeah.
But it smells worse over here.
Cool little spring though. The sign over here says that the immigrants heading west, the pioneers stopping through this area, would sometimes add sugar or syrup to the water, which is highly recommended. So if you do come here, bring some you know, some lemonade drink mix, or bring some of those like liquid syrups to add to the water, because it is not good. It's really gross. All right, we're gonna head on to a third attraction here in town, a third water-based attraction, and should be just down the road, I think. We are now at Geyser Park, and as you might expect, there is a geyser here. It's not a natural geyser. I think they were drilling for a well or something like that, and they went down a couple hundred feet and then water shot up. Now it's controlled to the point where every hour on the hour it'll go off. The geyser's over here, and there's a little observation deck over here. If you're worried about the kids playing in scalding hot water, don't worry, it's 72 degrees. And the sign in the park here says that it's okay to play in. So what'd you think?
It's really cool. I like that the water is cool so you can play in it. That's really neat.
It smells like rotten eggs up here. I'm guessing there's some strong sulfur content in the minerals in the water. Cool place though. It's a neat thing to have in your town. Not every town can say it has a geyser in it. Well, that was fun. Soda Springs is a surprisingly nice little town. It's very well kept, just very quaint, picturesque little town. We're gonna go find a place to camp now, about half an hour to the south of here, and we'll show you our camp, what it's like when we find it. All right, we have found a campsite. There are a surprising number of people here, surprising amount of people. Probably, we've passed probably a couple dozen campers and campsites. But we found a spot. It's kind of close to the road, but we'll survive. Cassie's setting up our chairs. Here's where we're parked for the night. And then there's a nice little creek just on the other side of it. It's a pretty spot. And importantly, for tonight, there's a fire ring. We are going to have hot dogs and s'mores tonight.
So excited. excited.
So let's start with building a fire. All right, here are the fire starting supplies. We've got some paper shredder shavings from home, and some paper towels, and some little pieces of kindling. And this is all the wood we have. So we're not going to be able to have a fire for too long, but it'll be long enough to cook the hot dogs and make the s'mores. We got these fork things at Walmart. They have a little thing here that you can turn on the above the handle. So when you turn that, it turns the hot dog. It's pretty fancy. These have probably been around for like 50 years, but I've never seen this kind, or I've never used this kind before. This is so good. Hot dogs were delicious. We each had 3. I might have another one later. But first we're gonna have a couple of s'mores. I haven't had these since I was a kid, so I'm really excited.
That's how you do it, little bird.
Now that is a good looking s'more. Cheers. Well, we've had a really nice evening here. I think I ate like six s'mores and I think 4 hot dogs and a bunch of potato chips, and I regret nothing. That was delicious. I also, in between there, while I was taking a break from the food, I got out my tenkara gear, my fishing gear, and caught a nice brook trout in this little creek here. I'll put that footage in right here. Yes! That is a beautiful 10-inch brook trout. I had no idea there were brook trout in here. Oh, bye fish. Campfire is still going strong. Cassie's wrapped in her avocado towel. It really is a towel shaped like an avocado.
I love it.
We got this at Walmart for like $5. Bowser's roaming the countryside. Good morning. It is 10:40. I slept well. I don't think Cassie slept especially well. I think that I sleep better when I'm camping and Cassie sleeps better at home. So either way, one of us is getting less than optimal sleep. But I think a big part of it tonight of why she wasn't getting great sleep is that Bowser was sticking his legs into her all night. We're cleaning up camp, getting ready to go. We lounged around a little bit this morning. I tried fishing a little bit more, didn't catch anything. But we're packing up and we're gonna head out to another little lake feature thing. This is a really cool lake though. And I think it's probably half an hour away. And Bowser is alive and well. He's been shorn. He got a haircut since the last time you guys saw him. He's in his summer coat and he's doing well. Alright, so we have realized that we can't drive to where we want to go, to the lake. It says Swan Lake park here, walk in private property. And so we're gonna walk in a little less than a mile. It's like 0.8 or 0.9 miles. So it should take about 20 minutes or so. We're almost there, but we're taking a short break. Some of us can handle walking in the sun better than others. Wow. That is awesome. It's like a sinkhole full of water. Or if you've been to Mexico, it's like a cenote in the jungle.
Let's go swim. Come here, Buster. Good boy. Let's go get it. Okay, go.
There are lots of little fish, little baby fish, baby-sized fish in the water, just an inch or two long.
Good boy.
Good boy. Good boy. Okay. He's like a little wind-up toy. You just need to point him in the right direction. So this place is on public land. This is National Forest land, but it's just barely over the border. So we had to park kind of on that farm and then walk about 25 minutes to get here. We weren't going fast. Bowser had to take a couple of breaks. It's a really cool place and we have it all to ourselves, but there are some flies, some like biting flies up here on the bank, and so it's more comfortable in the water from that standpoint. When we first got here, I thought there was like oil or chemicals or something on top of the water, but it's just like little pieces of plant particles, little like cotton, little fuzzy things. There's a little mini waterfall over here on the side. Let's take the GoPro and swim over there. Of course, I use the term waterfall very, very loosely. It's just a little tiny trickle going into the water. It's neat though. All right, we are gonna pack up. This is a really neat place, and it's amazing that it's just like next to a farm in Idaho. It's pretty crazy. Definitely worth visiting, and we'd stay here longer if it weren't for the biting flies. They're going after Cassie, so gonna pack up, walk back to the car. Then after that, we'll go back to the lake where we were yesterday. Cassie wants to catch some more fish, so we'll go fishing for a little bit. Well, we fished a couple different spots here on the lake, but haven't had any luck out here. Still a beautiful day, still nice to be outside. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Let me know what your favorite part was, and I'll see you in the next one.